Alright guys, in this video we're going to take a look at tables and some media elements like images and embedded videos. So tables, they actually look pretty good by default. You can see that we have 3 tables here, no classes or anything. This is just what they look like by default in Materialize. Alright, so that's the first table. The second one, I'm going to give it a class of striped. And if you're familiar with Bootstrap, it basically does the same thing. It'll make every other row a light gray color. Okay, so that looks pretty nice and clean. And then this third table, I'm actually going to do a couple things too. So first, I'm going to give it a class of bordered and see what that does. So what that does is it basically puts a line underneath each row. Okay, so it gives you a border for each row. We can also give it a class of highlight. If I do that, initially you'll see it looks like there's no change, but if I go and I highlight over a row, it'll turn dark gray or light gray rather. All right, so it allows us to do that. Another class we have is responsive table. So let's say responsive dash table and save. And notice that it completely changes the way it looks. It basically puts the headings on the side here, and then it puts the data in a column. All right, that way, no matter how small this is, we can just have a scroll bar and we can see all the different columns and all the data. All right, now in this case, these tables only have 3 columns, so this doesn't look bad. This actually looks better than this in my opinion, but imagine if there were 5, 6, 7 columns, it would look horrible all squished together. But if they're responsive, you would have these nice rows and you can just scroll through. All right, so it doesn't look the best, but it's very, very difficult to get a table to look good on a small screen. Okay, so that's tables. Next thing I want to do is look at responsive images. So first thing I'm going to do right here is just put in an image. Let's say image/image1.jpg and save it. And by default, it's just going to give us the full-size image, which is huge. We have to scroll over to see the whole thing. Now, if we want to restrict this, let's say we want to wrap this in a column. So what I'm going to do is put a let's do a 6-column div, and then just take this image here and let's put that up here and save, and it's still basically bursting out of its container. A 6-column div ends like right here. So what we want to do is constrain it into its container. So to do that, we give it a class of responsive -img and save, and now you'll see that it's restricted into its container. Okay, if this was let's say an 8-column, actually we'll do a 12, we'll just do a full column, and you'll see it's constrained inside. Okay, now we can also make circular images. So if I were to take this and just add a class of circle and save, it makes it a circle or an oval shape, which looks really cool. If we want to do a video, let's or an embedded video rather, I'm gonna just paste in an iframe for a YouTube video. It's just my channel trailer, and save it. Now I have it set to 853 by 480, and you'll see it just goes off the page. I have to scroll over. If I wanted this to be responsive and restricted to its container, I could wrap it in a class called video-container. All right, so we'll just grab this and we'll just move this up into here and save, and now you can see it's restricted. No matter how big or small I make this, it's going to show the whole video. All right, and then for this last one here, the video element, I don't actually have a local video to use, but I'm just going to show you the markup. So what we would do is have a video tag with the class of responsive-video, and we wouldn't put the source here. What we would do is inside the video we'll put a source tag, and then on that we'll put the source attribute, and it would be set to some video, and it could be an MP4 or an AVI or something like that. All right, and we just want to give this a type of video slash, and then whatever the type, in this case an MP4. All right, so if I save that, nothing is going to show because I don't have the video. But if we were to put a controls attribute here, you'll see the controls are in there. All right, and if you want to try putting a video locally inside your folder, that's fine. All right, so not much to do here. There's not too many different table classes, not as many as Bootstrap. Media, pretty self-explanatory. Just use responsive image, responsive video, and they'll get restricted to their containers. All right, so in the next video, we're going to take a look at chips and pagination.